Here we are again in the kitchen. And today we are going to make some crawfish cornbread. Now, I got a friend in Maumelle, Carla, that has said, I want some of that Cajun food. Well, I'm not the best in Cajun food. I have cousins that do that good. But whenever I make this crawfish cornbread, my son and daughter-in-law just love it. So let's get started. This is my mix for cornbread, and I always take and dump all of these little Jiffy cornbread mixes down into this one container. So whenever I pull up a scoop, just about like this, then I have a box of Jiffy cornbread. And this recipe takes a box of Jiffy cornbread. Now, it also takes 3 eggs. So I am going to dump my eggs in and get them thrown. I always keep a towel, y'all. I am mixing this, as you see, with the eggs and get it all mixed together. Now, I try to do all of this ahead of time so that you won't have to wait so long. About here every time, I have my skillet, and I have about that much lard in it. And I put it in my oven and crank my oven to 350. And I let that get good and hot while I mix up the rest of my ingredients. So we are going to add 1 can of Rotel drained. So it has been drained out. And I am going to add 8 ounces. I buy the blocks of cheese and I shred them up myself because I like the way that they melt. It's not always the same 8 ounces in those bags, so I just like to do it myself. And then mix that all up. I have I don't know about y'all if you can, but I can smell it, and it's smelling real good. I took 1 small onion and chopped it up. And I took 1 bell pepper. I bet you think I'm doing the Trinity, don't you? But there's no garlic in this cornbread. And there's no celery. So the celery would be what's missing. I have got a bunch of green onions. We're going to mix all that together. If this isn't anything else, it's colorful. But it sure does taste good once you get it all cooked and sliced. Now, I had onion powder. And there's no amount. It's just what you want. And I like a lot of onion. I cook with a lot of onion and bell pepper. And this is a little bit of the garlic powder, not regular garlic. We don't want it to overpower, but you want it strong enough that you can taste it. And on the Creole seasoning, I like to put a lot of different seasonings in, but I like a lot of Tony's. So I just shake it to where it's about like that. And in our house, excuse me, that's got some pepper in it. I use the Old Bay. And I just shake it around. Excuse me. Okay, we're back. But I'm telling you, that will knock your socks off. That Tony's had a lot of red pepper in it. And it's going to make it just perfect. So I've got all this put together after my little coughing spell. Now, the only thing lacking in this now is our crawfish. And I have ground my crawfish. I use 1 pound. But whenever it comes to me, it comes like this. Now, I clean my crawfish because I don't like that right there on there. So I take it and clean it up. And I grind it up so that it is all cleaned up. And I'll just cut this last little bit up, and we'll find those morsels in there later. But you add your crawfish. Oh, that pepper's got my nose running, got my sinuses open. This ought to be a good batch. So we've got it all blended in here so that whenever we take a bite, everything's going to come out with some crawfish in it. All right. Now, I'm going to move this stuff around just a minute and get my skillet out here so that I can get it loaded. I guess I better take my towel because it has gotten hot, believe me. And we are going to put our cornbread in here. Hear that sizzle? Ooh, we're going to have a pot of cornbread. We'll be eating on this evening. Okay. Kind of smear this around just a little bit. Get everything in the corners. And let's put it back in the oven. And we're going to cook it for about, 30 to 40 minutes. And then when it's browned on top, we're going to pull it out that we can touch it and know that it's done. And we're going to turn it over and we're going to slice it. So I'll see you. It's going to be just a few minutes and we'll be back. Okay, we are back. And it has been 53 minutes, I think, on my stove. Now, last week we made biscuits, and I know that the time that I gave and the time that was written on the recipe were different. Not all stoves cook alike. And I have a gas cook stove, and if you're using electric, it might take longer, it might take less. Mine, it goes from day to day. I might cook biscuits in 20 minutes today if it's not raining outside, and I might cook them 30 tomorrow if it's something else. So I cannot go by recipes as far as what it says for the time frame. I go by the touch, I go by the crispness around the edge, and whether or not it's done. So let's take this out right quick and see if we can get it. Oh, that is a pretty color. And it's good and blonde. And if we are lucky, we are going to get this bad boy out without breaking all 2 pieces. But I know it sure does smell good. And look, it's not making me cough. So I know it's going to be good. Okay. Let's try this. Oh, I didn't have a little bit of a mess up, but not much. And that piece fit right back in there. Yep, I'll give that to Edward. All right. Well, we're going to cut it. And just see what it looks like. Oh. That is so, so pretty. Isn't that pretty? And it's good to the touch of a toothpick. And I am going to get me a fork. And we are going to see what it tastes like now. Whew, it's hot. I know that. You say it looks a lot like dressing. And in a sense, it does. It's got all the makings of dressing in it. So it's got a good flavor. Mmm. You're going to have to get you some of this. This is good stuff. Okay, until next time. Bye.